It's an attractive encounter for so many reasons. Two of the glamour players of the game. Serb Ana Ivanovic taking on the might of Maria Ring. Sharapova has cut an imperious sway through the field, hitting fearlessly, belting out the winners with the know-how of a two-time Grand Slam winner.
When you have experience behind your back, it's a huge advantage. Even if I'm playing someone that's 26 years old or 27 that has much more experience behind the back, you hope that the experience that you have and the thrill to be out there will help you get through.
Anna is the crowd darling down under, and in only her second Grand Slam final, is ready to step up.
Now I'm starting to to believe I'm one of the top players, and I think that's the biggest difference in my game. And also when I'm out on the court, I just believe I can beat anyone, and that's I think a big start for me.
We'll have Anna squeak and Maria shriek as we head into a tantalising women's finals day from Melbourne Park.
It's the number 4 seed and the number 5 seed, Ivanovic against Sharapova, who contest the 2008 women's singles final. The trophy and a lot of money and a lot of ranking points.
I'm really glad I gave myself another opportunity to be in another final. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
And we'll now bring in Ana Ivanovic. Anna, it's what every player dreams about, the opportunity for a Grand Slam final.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the biggest moments in everyone's career. So, I'm just really happy to have a chance to play against Maria in this final. I think it's going to be a great match.
We're looking forward to a good match, and good luck.
Thanks so much.
Todd Woodbridge with just a little question to both players, and I think that's very good of the players. It's incumbent upon them, of course, to answer the media call, but there they are, psyched up before they get out onto the court. It's a new thing.
I'm not 100% about that.
No.
It's very tough. The girls are focused.
Yeah, exactly.
They do it at the US Open as well, as we all know. But I'm not quite sure that's the right time to do it.
Sharapova walking out first. Is there anything to be read into that? That's a toss of a coin.
Well, I think that she will be announced first because she's a number 5 seed. Ivanovic is number 4. I think.
That's right.
The way it will work.
Sharapova is 5.
Yes, and
Ivanovic is 4.
4.
Everyone in Australia loves Anna. There's a few Maria fans as well, I can tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Australia Day 2008, the women's singles final of the Australian Open Championship. Would you please welcome the 5th seed from Russia, Maria Sharapova.
She'll come out first, Maria Sharapova. The perceived lesser player comes out first.
Her opponent from Serbia, the 4th seed, Ana Ivanovic.
Well, there certainly was a more of a reception for Ana Ivanovic, the number 4 seed. It's the first time that the number 4 seed has reached the Australian Open final since Martina Hingis in 1997. And that year, Hingis beat Mary Pierce 6-2. As far as the number 5 seed is concerned, it's the first time since 1989. And then Elena Sukova, who was 5, lost to Steffi Graf.
Well, this has all the makings of a terrific final. Ivanovic and Sharapova, both of them, neither one of them rather, have won the Australian Open. Beautiful blue sky, the roof is open.
As far as the WTA rankings are concerned, Ivanovic has now gone to world number 2, winning her semi-final.
Right, ladies, I'd just like to remind you about the challenges. As you know, 3 incorrect ones per set, an extra one in the tiebreak. And if we get to 6-all, 12-all, we would reset it to 3, okay? Any questions? No? Who wants to call it? Maria, here you go. That's tails for you, Maria. All right. They would like to take some pictures of you too.
Well, if this doesn't make the cover of TV Guide, I don't know what will.
But Vijay, you're now looking at the world number 2, Ana Ivanovic, by reaching the semi-finals, has surpassed Svetlana Kuznetsova, and she's gone to number 2 in the world. Now,
what happens to Sharapova?
Sharapova, regardless of the result, will stay at number 5 in the WTA rankings. But Ivanovic has gone to number 2. So
because Sharapova was in the final last year, that's why. So the points doesn't change much for Sharapova. She has just protected her final appearance last year, but Ivanovic obviously has done so much better.
Yeah. Well, there she is, Maria Sharapova. Lives in Florida, born in Russia, of course, 20 years of age. She was born in April the 19th, to be exact, if you want to send her a card or a wish. Her win-loss in 2007, 40-11. She reached the final of this tournament and she lost heavily to Serena Williams. She is a 2-time Grand Slam champion. She won Wimbledon 2004, US Open 2006. The Daphne Ackhurst Memorial Trophy for the Australian women's singles champion.
Alan, I think we use the word Grand Slam very loosely. Grand Slam, of course, we know is winning all 4 majors the same year. Ana Ivanovic, residence in Basel, Switzerland. She is from Belgrade in Serbia. 69 kilograms in weight, ranked 3 in the world. And as Alan said, will move to number 2. Irrespective of what happens here. Won Berlin, LA, Luxembourg, the final in Paris and Tokyo. Remarkable year she's had, 2007. But coming back to that conversation about the Grand Slam, it's of course winning all 4 majors in the same calendar year. And of course, the last person to do that was the man the stadium is named after. The great Rod Laver. He won it in 62 and 69. Federer came very close, winning all 3, reaching the final of Paris, losing to the Spaniard, Rafa Nadal. And then, of course, there are 5 men who won the career slam. Sharapova, Kostic in the first round, Davenport 1 and 3, Vezina 3 and 0, Dementieva 2 and love, Henin 4 and love. Jankovic 3 and 1. She's had a remarkable run to the final.
In the final from Russia, Maria Sharapova.
Her second consecutive final at the Australian Open.
Last year, Ana Ivanovic won singles titles in Berlin, Los Angeles, and Luxembourg. On the Sony Ericsson WTA.
Here's Ana Ivanovic.
She was a finalist in Tokyo and at Roland Garros.
Who was pushed
in
that semi-final by Daniela Hentikova. Look at that win over Venus Williams, 7-6, 6-4 in the quarterfinal. Hentikova, she dropped the first set 6-love.
In 2005 at the Australian Open here in Melbourne. Now in her second Grand Slam singles final from Serbia, the 4th seed. That's
Ivanovic.
Ana Ivanovic.
Born in Belgrade, lives in Basel, Switzerland. And they really do like it.
And the women's singles final of 2008 from Spain, Senor Enrique Molina.
Enrique Molina, very experienced. He is the chair umpire for this final. And that would suggest that we may have a female umpire for the men's final tomorrow.
Well, all qualified umpires. They tied at 2 apiece. Last meeting, the Tour Championships. Sharapova won 6-1, 6-2 indoors on carpet. And frankly, I do believe that this match here is all going to depend on the way Sharapova plays. If she makes more errors, because she's the one going after more winners, then Ivanovic she'll have a comfortable road. But if she starts to hit the winners like she's been doing for the past fortnight, then she could in fact blow Ivanovic away.
The head-to-head is 2 wins apiece. This is their 5th meeting in the semi-final of the French Open, Roland Garros, in June last year. Ana Ivanovic won that match on the clay surface, of course, but it was a terrific win. She won 6-2, 6-1. So Sharapova only took 3 games off her in that semi-final.
And returned the exact same scoreline to her at the Tour Championships, 6-2, 6-1. What a beautiful afternoon in Melbourne. About 1:40 local time. Beautiful blue sky, a packed Rod Laver Arena to watch these 2 very, very talented players.
Ladies and gentlemen, this final match will be the best of 3 sets.
First Australian Open
final set of championships. Maria Sharapova won the toss and chose to receive.
Well, this has all the makings of a great final. The sheer power and pace of Maria Sharapova and the elegance and grace of Ana Ivanovic. And certainly they both respect one another's performances and the way they play. Of course, as we said earlier, 7 months apart in age, 20 years old, both of them. But what strength of character to get to the stage in this tournament.
Ana Ivanovic seeded 4, but she already knows that she is now the world's number 2 player behind Justine Henin, and she beat by reaching the semi-finals.
And the higher ranking serve now, because Jankovic was 3.
Yeah.
The women's final live on Star Sports. Maria Sharapova seeded 5. Yuri in the stands. Ana Ivanovic seeded 4.
Ready? Play.
Ivanovic to serve. Let's see if we can see some nerves from both players in this huge moment. Good serve to open up.
13 off.
Impressive start.
14 off.
With a solid opening service game. the number 4 seed.
First game.
It's a warm, warm day in Melbourne. There'll be plenty of drinking, plenty of water. Just had the one rain day, haven't we? Where the roof was on, of course, and so play continued inside the Rod Laver and the Vodafone.
Well, I think it was also closed because of heat.
Yeah. Been a lot of muggy days. Now, if you fancy a little trip to Melbourne, a couple of tickets on a Thai Airways jet, and Thai Airways will fly to Melbourne. If you predict the Australian Open winners, you better get there quickly. Go to our website, espnstar.com. Thai Airways, predict the winners, and a couple of seats on a big jet down there to Melbourne. Sharapova now.
So she's moved inside the line beautifully, Anna Ivanovic, even though she played that one long. You can see here that she's decided to give Sharapova very little time. The ball is being struck a lot earlier from the back court. Good strategy from Ivanovic. A good second serve from Sharapova. Just caught the tape with that forehand.
Of tennis that we've been seeing from this Russian. The big wide serve and the winner down the line with the forehand. Precise and very effective tennis. 40 love. Sharapova. With a couple of impressive serves herself. The number 4 seed against the number 5 seed. The last number 4 seed to make the final in Melbourne was Martina Hingis in 1997. And in that final she beat Mary Pierce 6-2, 6-2. Strange choice of shot so early in the match. And I think she knew it straight away. Sense a slight nervousness here with Anna Ivanovic. It is her second career Grand Slam final. She lost the French to Justine Henin, but along the way she did beat Sharapova in the semi. Sharapova covered a lot of ground.
15-30.
Ivanovic using the full width of the court, and that was a very, very important point for Ivanovic. 15-30.
girls.
30 all.
But as I said earlier, Ivanovic has moved further in, so giving a little bit less time for Sharapova. Up 30 to 30 all. A beautiful shot. It's behind the opponent there. That's the shot selection I was talking about from Ivanovic. Beautiful serve and then behind the opponent. She got herself out of the hole. 40-30. Well, this certainly was a fine service there from Ivanovic, catching the centre service line.
Well, at least he hasn't got the fatigues on today. Now here she is, Maria Sharapova. She's dropped just 24 games in her 6 previous rounds to this final. That's the most impressive run to this match in terms of games lost since 1995.
Look at the pace of that shot.
They're huge, aren't they? So she's only dropped 24 games in her 6 previous matches. Sanchez Vicario dropped 23 in 95. Steffi Graf in 1989 dropped just 16 games, reaching the final, which she won against Elena Sukova.
Yes. Remarkable. It's an average of 4 games a match.
Say that again.
It's an average of 4 games a match to reach the final of a Grand Slam event. Classic.
From Sharapova.
13 off.
Ferocious power coming from the tall Russian. Ivanovic returning with interest, but look at this, look at the wind-up. And it leaves Ivanovic as a spectator. Look at that.
It's almost painful, isn't it, to watch Sharapova sometimes with that forehand.
14 off.
She's maintaining her form with a big service.
Well, there's one thing guaranteed. We're going to have a new Australian Open champion, and the first new one since '97, because with Davenport gone, Enan, Mauresmo and Serena, there will be a new name on that trophy.
Both men and women.
Correct.
Could be 2 Serbs. Which was the last country, Alan, to win men and women singles the same year at the Aussie Open? Probably the Americans, I would think. When Pete and one of the Williams sisters won it, I suppose. You're the one with all the knowledge, the stats, and of course the books. 2-all, first set.
It's
not easy to strike those balls very early, and Ivanovic has obviously been told by her coach to step up to the plate a little more, to give less time for Sharapova with the big wind up. Good serve into the body.
15-all.
Both players taking 1 point at a time, which is the way to do it.
Playing for the Daphne Ackhurst Trophy. Great Australian player who won 5 singles titles between 1924 and 31. Ooh, it's just wide.
15-30.
Another great Australian, Margaret Court, won 11 Australian Open singles titles.
That is unbelievable.
8 doubles, 3 mixed, 21.
Well, court number 2 here is called the Margaret Court Arena. I think if memory serves me correctly, she has something like 65 Grand Slam titles, singles, doubles and mixed.
15-4.
So a couple of break points again for, or rather last game she had loved 30, now 15-40. Ivanovic serve, chant for Sharapova, 2 break points. It's long, and Sharapova has the break. First love, 3-2. That's it. Welcome back, you're watching live pictures here. Alan and I watching this marvellous ladies singles final. Anna Ivanovic on the screen against Sharapova.
You notice that jacket that Anna Ivanovic just took off there. It is an ice jacket. It's to cool the players down during the short breaks that they have. It's a very warm day in Melbourne. By the way, in answer to your question,
yes.
2003.
Was that the last?
Serena Williams and Andre Agassi.
It's been 5 years since the same country has had champions in both events.
Sharapova with the break of serve. 3-2.
In the corner, Sharapova has gotten to be a lot more consistent. There we are. This was the danger for Ivanovic.
Barrage that we've seen from the Russian, and there's a danger here that Anna Ivanovic could be overwhelmed by the sheer ferocity of these ground strokes. She is on fire. 30 love, looking to make it 4-2 in this first set.
Trying to go for a bit too much, which he has to, by the way. Trying to get it away from Sharapova. Look at this. First serve points 100%, second serve points 100%. That's a very clever serve from Sharapova. The short angle kicker out wide in the outcourt. She's up 4-2.
Sharapova leads 4 games to 2.
Into the open court here. This one struck early. Because that she has one leg inside the baseline. That's long.
Ivanovic, there's certainly no shortage of power with her game, Vijay, but does she try and match Sharapova in the power column?
Well, Alan, I think, you know, she's a wonderful counter puncher, Ivanovic, and she runs down a lot more balls. She's overruled from Molina in the chair. I think it was the right overrule immediately.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sharapova is challenging the call on the left near sideline.
No, I think you'll find that Enric Molina is spot on here. As soon as the lineswoman shouted out, he corrected straight away. This hit the line.
Well done, Alan. There we are. Sharapova was right. The overrule by Enric Molina was wrong. The ball was called wide. Well, this is such a wonderful way to settle any kind of a dispute in anyone's mind. I've often said the challenges that we've created in tennis are clearly the best addition since the tiebreak. So double fault from Ivanovic, 30 all, 2-4. Service game for Ivanovic. No, it's long.
That was for the serve. It's 4-3 Sharapova on the serve.
The flags are out. This is Australia Day as well as India's Republic Day. With new balls, Maria Sharapova serving 4-3 with a break.
Flat. Second set, please.
Well, and just before this game started, we saw that wonderful, I thought it was an actor, but it was actually Pat Rafter, two-time US Open champion, watching this women's final on Australia Day. What a fine tennis player he was.
A big day for him as well. On Australia Day, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
So the crucial first point goes to Ivanovic. I think that's the first point Sharapova has lost on her serve. I tell you, she is serving magnificently. Finding the corners, even with the second serve.
They haven't been given a speed. Oh, there it is. 158 behind her there.
That's the second serve.
That's the second one, you're right.
Forcing the error here. Steps in nicely and laces into the forehand. So a mini chance for Ivanovic. 15-30. Keeping her first serve in very cleverly, mixing up the pace, and then started to work the point, corner to corner. Ivanovic on the run, cuts off this way. She's missed all her first serves in this game so far. Oh dear. It was a threat of the Ivanovic forehand in that first point, or rather the third point, that forced Sharapova into the double fault. Now a break point for the Serb. I love watching Yuri. Yes, didn't quite get under it enough. Deuce. Oh yes, the first serve coming in there. That's the first time in this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ivanovic is challenging the call on the service line. It's been called good.
Here it is, down the middle. I think it was more than anything else.
Ivanovic has 2 challenges with her.
She's smiling at herself, isn't she?
I think she is, yeah. Sharapova then a point away from 5-3.
Let's process.
That's the best return we've seen so far. Hear the crowd go up with it. Watch this. She climbed into that. Whew. What a point won by Ivanovic.
Big point. Oh, and a second double fault in this game from Sharapova. Gives Ivanovic the ad for a break back.
And how quickly the complexion of Sharapova's dominance, a couple of double faults, and the serve looking just a little fragile. For all. Good wide serve from the 20-year-old, two 20-year-olds here. Anna Ivanovic is about 7 months younger than Maria Sharapova. The Russian was born in April and the Serb in November. One lives in Florida, one lives in Switzerland. That depth that keeps Ivanovic so honest. (15-all, 4-all, first set. Definitely sense that Ivanovic is getting back into this match. At one stage it looked as if Sharapova would completely overwhelm her in this first set, but she's got it back onto level terms.
You see, Alan, this is where she's moved forward to force those errors, because the pace of the Sharapova ground stroke has really kind of devastated all of her other opponents, and Ivanovic has been told to move forward a step or two to keep Sharapova a little bit more on the back foot. He has to go for more. 20-15. The big game for Sharapova was the 2-4 game, where she had a look at Ivanovic for a second time. Chance for 5-4.
Sharapova and Ana Ivanovic, the number 4 seed, the number 5 seed, and Ana Ivanovic from Serbia, looking to become the first Grand Slam champion from that country. Here she is in her second Grand Slam final. She contested the French Open Roland Garros back in June last year. She lost the but she did beat Sharapova in the semi-final. She beat her 6-2, 6-1. No match between these two, and they've played 4 times. This is their 5th meeting. It's 2-all in the head-to-head. No match has gone to a 3rd set.
So Sharapova lost her serve with new balls at 4-3. Now serving to stay in the first set. And a very, very punishing forehand. Not much of a backswing, but nice and early. Inside the baseline for this cross-court winner. Perfect. Hitting behind her opponent here. This one struck beautifully and again early.
And the confidence is oozing out of her racket, and it's back in her game. Psychologically, she's fought herself well back into this battle. Love 30.
Good serve. That's the one that could have been letting her down the last game. Well, I think she was just being a little over ambitious there with that shot, but this one here, she really was someone who picks the right shot 90% of the time. It was the wrong time for that. 30-all.
Furious with herself now. Those double-handed backhands were spot on, and then the heavy forehand. And she knows that she's got Sharapova back into this service game. Sharapova a point away from leveling at 5-all.
Yes, she got away with it, didn't she? Terrific hold for Sharapova from love 30. But, both the girls are very highly strung, aren't they?
Well, it's a tennis match. It looks like an audition for Gladiator at times, doesn't it?
Well, both of them are better looking than Russell Crowe, let me tell you. 5-all, first set.
Just forcing a little bit, and it's creating the errors.
Well, both players are trying very hard to have the first punch at the start of the rally. See there again, it's the first shot that both players are trying to put the other person on the defensive rather than get the rally started. And very little to choose between the two of them at this stage in the match. 5-all, 15-all, first set. So, look at the way she laces into that backhand again, forcing the error off the first shot. Ooh. Called long.
Challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ivanovic is challenging the ball on the left-hand side line.
Well,
it's been called out.
Chair umpire and I've got one wrong. Challenge here coming from Ivanovic. Oh, it's long.
Wide, rather.
Second service.
Yep.
Second serve, 15-30. Back and forth, hasn't it, Alan?
Yes, it has.
Ivanovic has one challenge remaining.
They are really slugging it out, but now on the Ivanovic serve, it is Sharapova, the number 5 seed, who has 2 set points. 2 break points.
Yes, well done. She saved one of them.
Getting ahead of myself here.
That's good deep backhand from Ivanovic. Forcing the error. But still break point for Sharapova to serve for the first set. It's long. Sharapova has the break of serve. 6-5, first set.
Anna Ivanovic just dropped her serve. And the powerful Russian Maria Sharapova, losing finalist last year in her 2nd consecutive Australian Open final. And it's now Sharapova to serve, bidding to take the first set in this final. It's a match of fluctuating fortunes, and it's a roller coaster of a first set, but Sharapova Can Ivanovic break to take us to a tiebreak? Will Sharapova hold to take the first set? 6-5.
Yes, it's a good deep second serve. But she has to hit those serves deep, because Ivanovic is also jumping on the second serve of Sharapova. Good body turn there. Leans into the serve nicely. Tried to go behind Sharapova on the volley. This one here, she comes in. And the error at the net. Dirty glove. Good service. Down the middle. And a good comeback here from Sharapova. 4-5, love 30 down on her serve in that 10th game. But now after 49 minutes, she has 3 set points.
Sharapova with power tennis takes the first set in the final. 7 games to 5.